Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I hope everyone's having a great day today, but if not, hopefully we can change that by the end of this video. For today's video, we are going to be doing a monthly favorites video for the month of October, so if you would like to see all of the amazing things that I've been obsessed with over the past month, including skincare, hair care, makeup, and miscellaneous lifestyle things, and you've come to the right spot. We're going to jump into that in a second. Before we do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and drop a comment below letting me know what one of your monthly favorites has been. Thank you so much for doing all of those things. It really helps to support me with the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate you so much. And if you need anything from me at all, it's always listed in my description box below, including Lightroom preset filters for editing your Instagram photos, my SPF merch, discount codes, timestamps, and links to all of the products that I will be sharing with you today. All right, let's jump into it. All right, let's start off with makeup favorites first. I actually have two different bronzers, but one is a powder bronzer and one is a cream bronzer, so pick your poison. The powder bronzer is the Glowish bronzer by Huda Beauty, and this is, can I open it? Such a nice bronzer. I really like this, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to feel about it because of this interesting kind of little mosaic splotchy pattern we have going on here with some darker tones in the center and then a lot lighter around it. I was like, this could end up looking really muddy and messy on my face, but somehow it just works, and it's such a nice color where it's not too orange, but it's not too cool and ashy. It's just a really nice in between. So this is in the shade 01, and I really like it because even though it's a powder, it's not something that looks dry or powdery on the skin. It really does have just a nice, what it says on the back, soft radiance to it without it looking glittery or shiny or just too much, because I also don't like a bronzer that's like a highlight, you know, that's not my type of thing. So definitely not like that at all. It's just a nice, soft, radiant bronzer that has a really beautiful shade. So of course they have other shades as well if this is not going to be for you, but if you're on the lookout for a new really nice powder bronzer, I would look into Glowish. But if you are more into cream bronzers, cream products for the face, then this is going to be the one for you. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer. I love it, but first of all, can we talk about how cute this packaging is? It's like this soft kind of matte with the brown lid for the bronzer. I think that's adorable, but the actual product itself is so good. I feel like I've tried so many cream bronzers that just don't quite hit the marks I'm looking for in a cream bronzer. I don't want something to be looking super shiny and wet on the cheeks, and this is not like that at all. It's obviously creamy, but it's very lightweight, and it almost kind of turns a little bit powdery, but not in a dry powdery looking way. So if you like that kind of formula for a cream bronzer, you're really going to love this. It blends beautifully. This shade works really well for me too. This is in the shade Amber. I think they have one that's even lighter that I will probably pick up now that I am taking a break from self-tanner as we're entering into colder months. But again, they have tons of different shades available. I mean, I feel like this is the best cream bronzer, honestly, that I've tried. I do. I'm gonna say it. Last makeup favorite is a concealer. This is the Lancome, I'm gonna say this wrong, Lancome Tanti Doll Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I was going to say Ultra Wear Foundation because this exact brand and line, the Lancome Tanti Doll Ultra Wear line, is one of my all-time favorite Holy Grail foundations. I included that in a video where I talked through my top 2 makeup favorites in every single category, so if you watch that, you already know that. If not, that will be listed below, but it's kind of strange knowing that I just wasn't interested in purchasing this for so long. You'd think, knowing how much I love that, I'd be all in on this, but I held out for a while. I don't know, I didn't know what to think. Finally picked it up, and surprise, it's really good. So I would say it has a lot of the same characteristics as that foundation. It's lightweight, it's full coverage, it's not something that feels dry, it doesn't settle into lines heavily, and it lasts all day long. It really is so amazing. It's definitely something that I would say has a natural matte finish, even though I don't think it looks dry or cakey under the eyes. If you prefer something that looks a little bit more satiny, then this will probably not be for you. But what you could do if you wanted to use this, get the long wear, the fuller coverage without it looking super heavy, is just to wear a really nice kind of hydrating, illuminating eye cream underneath it, and then that will help to make it look more satiny. But I think that it is really great. I mean, again, no surprise. I don't know why I held out on this for so long. I wish I bought it sooner. All right, let's move on to skincare favorites. First is a cleansing balm. This is the Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm, and I've talked about this in a couple recent videos. I think maybe like a drugstore gems video, I don't know what else, but I actually am nearing the end of this. I've been using this constantly. It is a great cleansing balm, and I feel like I've tried several before that I just don't like the feel of. I really don't like anything that feels really oily and greasy on the skin. And even though this is obviously balmy and creamy, it doesn't feel like that. It still is kind of, I don't know, lightweight for a balm, I guess, but it just feels soft and silky to me and not greasy and waxy, if that makes sense. So it does an amazing job at melting off makeup. It's really easy to remove. What I like to do is actually pair this with a microfiber towel or a face halo. I'll get that wet. Then I will pick up some of this, and the two of those things together, match made in heaven. Everything glides right off, and then my skin feels really nice and soft afterwards. So I would definitely check it out if you are in the market. What? If you're looking for a nice cleansing balm that doesn't break the bank, this will be the one for you. Oh my God. Next up is the Peach Slices Snail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner. This is also something I feel like I've talked a lot about recently, and I have been using this a lot in the morning as my go-to hydrating and calming and soothing serum. So this has 95% snail mucin concentrate in it. That is a great ingredient for barrier repair. If you have inflammation, irritation, so good at helping with all of those things. Plus there's other really nice ingredients in this, like hyaluronic acid, Centella asiatica, another great ingredient that has anti-inflammatory benefits, wound healing properties. What else? I feel like there was one more thing. I mean vitamin E, but that's really nothing that special these days. So that's basically the gist of this product. I really enjoy this whenever I'm having irritation, which I mean is pretty often with my skin. This really helps me out, but it also just makes my skin look so healthy and glowy and hydrated. I love it for that reason too. So if you're looking for kind of a two-in-one, calming irritation, also helping to make your skin look nice and plump and healthy, check this out. Okay, last skincare favorite is actually a product for the neck. It is the Dermatology Age Reversal Neck Cream, and I have been in love with this over the past several months. I actually feel like I'm nearing the end of this. I'm going to need to repurchase. It is so great. I really like that it's a little bit thicker than my typical moisturizer for the skin that I use on my face, because I like something a little thicker on the neck. I already know I'm gonna struggle with aging in the neck area because my neck is so freaking long. It's very bony. Things are not concealed and hidden in this area for me, let's just say that. So I love that this has peptides in it, which are great anti-aging replenishing ingredients. There's other nice kind of moisturizing, creamy, softening ingredients, different oils, shea butter. So all of that is great, and the formula is just really, really nice. I think it works both for the morning and the night, which I've been doing, both. What? I don't know why I said that like that. I've been using this both in the morning and night and really loving it, my gosh. I do have a 20% off discount link with Dermatology. It's always listed in the description boxes of all of my videos. If you would like 20% off at purchase, of course, no extra charge to you, just money off. You click through that link and it will automatically be applied at checkout. So different than a discount code, but that really helps to support me, so I appreciate those of you that do use that. Of course, you don't have to, but it is just available to you if you would like a little discount for this amazing product. All right, let's jump over to hair care favorites next, and I'm actually going to give a shout out to an entire line or range of products from Amika, and it is none other than their The Cure Bond Repair range. I am so impressed with this entire range. They've relatively recently reformulated it. I mean, it's been several months at this point, but still is newer within the past year, and it is such a great line if you have damaged hair. So they still have all of the amazing conditioning ingredients, oils, butters that they had in these products before, but now they have their kind of signature little complex of ingredients that are going to help with damaged hair and help to repair broken hair bonds. So ingredients, very impressive, and the formulas are so nice too. The shampoo is very dense and lathery. The conditioner, oh my goodness, delicious. Nice and thick and creamy. I am obsessed with their reformulation of the Bond Repair Mask. Thicker and creamier than the conditioner, and it just deeply conditions the hair. And I also love this product too. This is called their Multitask Repair Treatment. You actually use this in the shower after conditioner, and you just kind of, it's like a liquidy, glossy formula, kind of like a lamellar water, and it just has a more concentrated amount of that bond repair ingredient in it. Plus, it's going to make the hair just look real nice and sealed, if you know what I mean. So this has kind of been my go-to set over the past month. I also forgot to say that the shampoo and conditioner are pH balanced, and they have some of the lowest pH levels that I have seen, which is incredible for healthy hair as well. So I not only know that I'm getting the benefits of the low pH values and also all the amazing ingredients, but this set just makes my hair look and feel so nice. And that, I mean, is worth something in my book. So Amika the Cure, check it out if you're looking for an amazing range for damage repair. I love it. And my other hair care favorite is the Eva NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 Primer. I have really been enjoying this. I've been using it actually every single time I wash my hair to help to detangle my hair specifically. So they do say that this is something that's going to protect your hair from UV and heat, but they don't actually say the highest degree of heat protection that you get. So that is not why I use it. I actually use something different for heat protection. But I use this on top of that to help to just give my hair a little bit more slip so that it can detangle seamlessly and I don't have to worry about my hair snapping or breaking if I have tangles. So if you have hair that's very susceptible to tangles, I would definitely check this out. I love that it's an affordable price. And to me, this is very, very reminiscent of Amika's The Wizard Detangling Primer. Pretty much the same exact type of formula, does the same thing to my hair. I really love it. All right, let's wrap up with lifestyle favorites. I feel like I have a lot of random favorites in this category. Shoes, accessories, home decor, some technology items, organization, books, of course, I didn't forget, so let's dive into it all. My first favorite is this contraption right here. So this is an iPhone mount and it's designed to actually suction to walls and mirrors and windows. So you could put this in your car if you wanted to. That is not why I got it. I originally got it actually so that I could put it on my mirror in my bathroom and use it for filming purposes. But I don't ever actually use it for that. I just leave this on my mirror in my bathroom so that I can watch videos while I'm doing my hair, while I'm doing my skincare, and it is the best. For a lot of people that probably sounds stupid, but I'm just one of those people that cannot do things like that take several minutes in silence. Like if I'm gonna do my octo curl, which probably takes me, I don't know, good like 5 to 10 minutes to get my hair fully curled back in that, I wanna be watching a video while I do that. If I'm unwinding, doing my skincare, I love having a YouTube video on in the background, so I will have it propped up on my mirror. Right there, I level, doesn't get better, then you don't have to worry about it knocking and falling all over your counter. It's just something I feel like I cannot live without. It's obviously not cute at all. If there was something like this that was like aesthetic, I'll look for one. I'll see if I can find one that's cuter, but for now, whatever, I don't even care. My next favorite is another suction-y bathroom thing. It is this shower organizer shelf, and I actually have this in several different kind of like shapes and sizes. So this is just the rectangular shaped one that's straight. They also have one that is like a triangle that you can put in the corner of your shower. I have those in my shower. These are amazing because they actually hold all of your stuff. I feel like I've tried so many of these and they just topple down in the shower. My stuff goes crashing everywhere. There is no panic, like that kind of panic when you're shampooing, your eyes are closed and you hear that crashing. So that freaks me out. This will never do that to you. These suctions, I don't know what kind of magic this is, but they have so much grip and hold. They do not come off, but it's also not something that you have to like actually stick and glue to your shower. Do you know what I mean? Like how you get these off is just stick a little credit card behind and it'll pop right off. But otherwise, it's not moving. I can fit so much stuff in these shelves and it stays secure. No crashing. And then you get all of your toiletry items up off the floors, hanging on the wall. Amazing. My next favorite is on my lap right now, keeping me warm. This is a throw blanket from Target. They have it in several different colors. I not only love the color, this is like my favorite color right now, this like tanny beige, but this is the softest, most delicious, most comfortable blanket ever. I can't even explain. I wish I could like actually have you guys feel this. And then the back side is this kind of soft, I don't know what that is. I don't know materials, okay, but what I do know is that This is so dang comfortable. So if you watch my apartment tour, then you already know that I have this on my couch. I have another one in a darker color as the throw on my bed. I am in love with these, and every time somebody comes over, they're like, oh my God, what is this? I'm like, yeah, I know, it's amazing. So if you are on the lookout for the coziest throw of your life, if you love a good lazy Sunday on the couch, this is gonna be your best blanket friend for that. And then my last decor favorite, this is actually so heavy, sweet heavens, are all of my decorative books. Another thing that I showed you guys in my apartment tour. I have so many more. I'm not gonna sit here and show you guys every single one, but I was very, very picky about all of the books that I picked out for my apartment. I wanted them to just have the aesthetic and be really nice, big, beautiful books and say really cute things on the binding of them. Like, everything had a purpose, and I mean, I would say this is the one that doesn't match the aesthetic. You can actually take off the sleeve if you're not into having naked Lady Gaga to this. It's the Vogue music book. It is beautiful. We'll go to the Prince page because he's from Minneapolis, but there's just different pages for different artists, and I think it is such a gorgeous coffee table book. Two that are a little less crazy with the cover are, let me just do one at a time, they're too heavy. Live Beautiful, so it looks like this on the binding. It's just the beige, the neutral, saying something cute. You know, there's something to it. Inside's gorgeous as well, not that I have that on display. And then, of course, one that I know so many people absolutely love is the Architectural Digest at 100 Century of Style book. This one is hefty and heavy, but same beautiful aesthetic to it. So if you are redecorating your home, your apartment, or you just are on the lookout for some really beautiful coffee table books, decorative books, I will list my apartment tour below because in that video I have all of the books that I have throughout my apartment linked there, and then of course in the description of this video I will link these, but these are my babies, my pride and joys. Okay, I'll save my book favorites that I've actually read for the end of this video, but I have a few different accessories slash footwear favorites to go through next. Starting off with these jumbo velvet scrunchies. So these are from Target. They're the Wild Fable brand. They actually come in a pack of 3, but I lost the third one. And the reason why I love these is because of how huge and stretchy these are. Going to be so, so gentle on the hair. So for any of you that like to wear your hair in a bun on top of your head, I definitely recommend avoiding really kind of, how do I say this? Like tight ponytails that are going to hold that super tight to your head, because that's going to pull on your hair and can lead to breakage. This is perfect for that because it will just loosely wrap around just enough to hold it in place, but it won't tug whatsoever. And then it has this really nice soft velvet material too. So love them. Next, I actually have jewelry. I think this is the first time that I'm going to be talking about jewelry on my channel. I took a break from it for a really long time. I feel like I had so many different pieces that were just stupid cheap, looked tacky. I mean, like back in college, it's literally been years since I've had anything. But I've recently started to look back into pieces that are not necessarily super high quality, like I still don't want to pay a lot on it, but just a little bit nicer so that they're not going to rust up immediately. That smell makes me want to gag. You guys know what I'm talking about. So these are my new rings from Madewell, and I just got a bunch of different gold kind of stacking rings, and I love the way that these look. I think they're so cute, and I've always been obsessed with the look of rings like this. I actually always used to wear rings, but silver ones in college, more into the gold now. I think there's just something so pretty and eye-catching about stacked rings like this. So I will link all of these below. This is my favorite one, this pointer finger ring, the really big one, but I don't know, this is just something I'm into lately. I feel like it's just a really easy way to elevate a very basic outfit, which is what I'm always wearing. Hear me out. I know that literally everybody on earth at one point that has a YouTube channel has recommended some sort of crisscross fuzzy slipper like this. You know, we've seen it all, it feels at this point. I had personally never seen these, and I went hunting for the perfect pair of them because I feel like a lot that I've purchased from Amazon specifically in the past have shed like crazy. Don't love that. Then I have fuzzies all over my apartment that for whatever reason just refuse to be sucked up by a vacuum. It's a disaster. These do not shed, and something about them is It's difficult for me to describe why these are so perfect, but I have never put a slipper on my foot that I love more. I like that they have this support on the bottom, but they feel thin, and yes, they're plushy, but it's not too much where your feet are gonna get really sweaty in them. I don't know if anyone else gets sweaty feet like me, but I do. Too much information, sorry. And the fit of them I feel like is just perfect. They just wrap around my feet exactly how I would want them to. This is the weirdest description of slippers ever, but all that to say that I found my perfect pair of slippers from Amazon. So if you have been looking for slippers that don't shed, I got you. Last favorite before we finish off with my book favorites are my Nike Air Force Ones. Basic, I know. I went to LA to visit a couple college friends a few months ago, and they both had these, and immediately I was like, well, I need those right now. And I know these have been around for a while. I don't know why I've never really noticed them before until I saw my friends wearing them, but I literally purchased while I was there so that they were waiting for me when I got home. It's just the perfect pair of white sneakers. I will say that they run a little bit big. So typically I'm anywhere between like an 8.5 to 9 in shoes, and I got a size 9 and they're a little too big, but I don't know if I could size down either. I don't know, maybe consider going up a half size, but best white sneakers ever. All right, last but certainly not least, we have my book favorites. So this first one is one that I actually read several months ago, but I realized I forgot to share with you guys. I know that this was a popular book for a really long time, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this or already read it. It is called Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I'll just read the back of this really quickly. So it says, Ellie Mack was the perfect daughter, and then she was gone. 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, his mother, Laurel Mack, is trying to put her life back together before she unexpectedly meets a charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting Floyd's daughters, and his youngest, Poppy, takes Laurel's breath away. Because the eerily precocious Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie, her missing daughter. Now the unanswered questions she's tried to put so hard to rest begin haunting her anew. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home as the police have long suspected? Or did something more sinister happen? So this is definitely a good book. It's just kind of a creepy thriller. It's one of those that I read quickly, like I wanted to know exactly how things happened, but for whatever reason, I knew exactly what happened pretty much immediately. I don't know if everyone else felt that way, but it was one of those where it wasn't necessarily the most shocking twist because I saw it coming from a mile away, but still the story itself was really, really good. And there were things along the way to that, you know, big surprise at the end that were more shocking to me. So I would recommend it. I think it's really good. Then She Was Gone. But the one that you absolutely please need to save for after that, because this is by far my favorite, is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So this is the same author who wrote Daisy Jones and the Six. I shared that in a favorites video a while ago. I loved that book, so I'm not surprised. I loved this so, so much. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know that I read this in 2 days. I could not put it down. I literally read it for like 8 hours one Sunday. It is such a beautiful story, and it's definitely not my typical kind of book because it's not a thriller, but I really loved that about it. So it's essentially sharing the life story of this famous bombshell actress named Evelyn Hugo and the 7 different husbands that she's had throughout her life, and it just kind of follows her life story through each of those husbands. It is seriously insanely good. I cried like 4 times reading this. It was an emotional roller coaster, but so worth it. So if you just get one of these 2 books, do yourself a favor and get this one. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, we have made it to the end of my October favorites. I cannot believe we only have 2 months left before the end of this year. I don't know what happened. I don't want to talk about it, but that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to test out any of the products that I talked about, read any of the books. As always, everything will be listed and linked in my description box below in order of mention, so it's really easy and organized for you guys to find. If there's anything else you would like to see from me next, you can always leave that in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Thank you again so much for doing all of those things. It really helps to support me, so I appreciate you so much. That car. Stay tuned for my next video because that will be up in a few days, but until then, I hope you have a great few days.